Hello viewers, welcome in another episode. Today we will have episode with British motorization, but not with McLaren F1. We have an episode with Bentleys, mostly Mini GT, but not only, and mostly 1/64 scale, but not only. We will start with this one. With this one because that's the lowest catalog number, 286. Bentley Flying Spur Verdant, which for me is just green, but I understand, if you are selling something so expensive, you want to make it more exclusive, and that's why cars have such amazing, poetic, often names. Beautiful green. For me, if they would call it British Racing Green, it would be even better, but it's not about color name, it's about color. It's beautiful color. Acrylic lamps, that's typical for Mini GT. Metal bottom, rubber tires, very nice wheels, silver wheels, looks great. By the way, we will have some differences between these models because you can see V8 here, but it won't be on everyone. That element would be slightly different in some other as well. Very nice details for that's a budget car. Mini GT is just entry premium model, but all those badges, Bentley, it's very crisp. Interior, it's nice, but it's just black, but you can see plenty of details, even the seats. There is something wrong with my model because it was painted black, then it wasn't painted. I think there was some kind of foil or I don't know what covering that green, and as you can see, it doesn't look nice. But then this is old Mini GT, and now quality control is much better. But other than that, I have no issue with it. The second one, it's for me a little bit more interesting because that's Bentley Continental GT Speed in candy red, and here I wouldn't agree it's candy red, because candy red for me would look more like a Spectra Flame, and this is beautiful, lovely metallic, but that's something different than candy paints. Number 420. It's slightly different from the front than Flying Spur. It's more aggressive. We have a more muscular silhouette, but then it's two-door, so this is something we can understand. Different lights, different shape of exhaust, but it is very nice. Something unusual for me, it's left-hand drive, but whatever. Speed clearly visible. As you can see, metal flakes in this paint. Chrome details, very, very nice. The next one, which one would be next one? Let's have a look at numbers. Okay, the next one will be, oh, that's for some people who want to be noticed. This is another fling spool, but if we look at livery, it's more screaming, more, I would say, even vulgar. White sand verdant. I don't see white here, because look at this. This is more like silver gold. But let's start from the front. That trim, it's more detailed, more chrome. It's just screaming, I'm rich and you must notice me. Same from the side. There is no V8 there. This is more visible as well. It's not as discreet as the previous one. Very similar rims, two-tone color. You can see some issues here as well, but it's just not covering. I think whatever they use, maybe it was decal or something like that, it's just not covering edge. But without macro, it's not so easy to notice. And if lighting isn't as good as here. Rear, again, chrome exhaust, all those chrome lines. You know, it's much more eye-catching, which is not always good. I would say it's not perfect, because you can see on this side it's not as bad as on this side, but in 1/64 scale, that's anyway very good. The color itself, let's have a look at this green. If this green, it is different. It is different. I don't know if you will be able to notice it, but for me this looks like a little bit more flat. This is more metallic. But that's not all. Next one will be this one. That's 991 orange flame onyx, and I would say I like it more than the previous one. Okay, it's two color, and look, I told you, Mini GT improved quality control, no issues at all with roof. It's now perfect. Orange amber metallic with black metallic, black wheels. It's luxury, but it's not that bad taste, screaming. This one, I would say, is for someone who was born in rich family. They are used to being rich. They don't need to show it or overshow it. This one is for some Russian oligarch. He bought it. He wants everyone to know he's rich. But this is only my opinion. I just like this more. And the last one is not that. Oh, it's even smaller number. Okay, 955. Thanks for Monaco yellow. And again, no issues with roof. So quality control is there. That's flat yellow and it looks okay. Black wheels, as much as I'm not huge fan, sometimes black wheels are okay. In yellow one, they look fantastic. You can see here some letters, it's not a V8. Rear, nice. I would say quality control difference. Look at this. Okay, you can see a little bit of red, but it's much more in place, you know. It's there is no huge gap. It's simply better. Mini GT learned lesson, improved quality control, good for us. And the last one is my favorite Mini GT, because I'm a little bit childish. It's old one, it's 388, it is limited. It's a Bentley Flying Spur V8 unifying spur, limited. Love, I absolutely agree. You know, some will ask why I love this one, and this one it's more crazy than the Russian oligarch version, but this one is just piece of art. That's why I like it, and I prefer more realistic art, but I like this one. It's a little bit like a child is trying to be Picasso, and I have nothing against it. Especially I like at least some of Picasso work, especially those drawings. I think it shows his genius. Just few lines and we can see some kind of scenery, animals, humans, etc. You must be genius to be so shy with using, you know, lines, because it's more symbolic than real silhouette, but our brain see complete picture. So same casting, very interesting livery, and definitely this is my favorite one. The next one, it's not Mini GT, this is Sparky, or now Spark. Bentley number 9, 2017, and it's Bentley Continental GT3. It is partially better than Mini GT, and because this is, oh, by the way, this is stand with a characteristic key, we can twist and remove it from the base, which is better than using screwdriver. And it's something like in some aspects better than Mini GT, in some not as good. Better, or we will start with not as good. The bottom, there is no imitation on carbon fiber, and it should be. And because the bottom is plastic, this is part of the bottom, it's very simplified. We have air ducts, but there is no mesh, and I think it should be there. We have more aero and more interesting livery, because it's a racing car. Number 9. Nice wheels. I wouldn't say those are not good. Mirrors are better than in Mini GT, because those are better. Rear, again, it's very simplified, but it's still not bad. Acrylic headlamps, huge wing. Absolute Racing, we will see another car from Absolute Racing team soon. We have a cage, just one seat, because this is racing car. We have names of drivers: Imperatori from Switzerland and Geng from China. Something I'm not so fond about Spark, because you can see if you are making models and you will put decals, the extra that not proper livery, it will be minimal. But here, this is serial production, I can understand why, but the whole thing is just one piece of decal, and you can see cut-off lines. That's why this, if you are making your own models, you won't put this one, because you want to look your car look as close to painted as possible. It's still nice and sharp, but again, here you can see decals, no decals. And then exhaust. It's very simplified on both sides, but at least there is imitation of metal. This, it's on this side it's not perfectly done, because I think it should be moved a little bit lower. That's minor thing. This is still cheap model. There is cut in the window. Steering wheel, it's okay. No harness, but good enough. Now it's time to have a look at this one. This is the cheapest one. That's 143 scale, but this is the cheaper one. It's CC8, Cool Chic Auto, Bentley Continental GT3. It's officially licensed. There is even something here, whatever this is. It's very cheap Chinese brand, but the model itself is not bad at all. Acrylic base with imitation of a carbon fiber, Bentley Continental GT3. And funny thing, look, livery, that's Spark, and it's Absolute Racing again. As I said about Sparky, here you can see imitation of mesh. Nice lamps. It's not like as good as Mini GT, and this is bigger scale, so it should be easier, but it's still very decent. I've seen much worse. Badge, maybe it's not exactly center, but it's sharp. Delivery is very nice, no complaints. A little bit of issue there. I would say the way they glued window mirrors, it's not perfect, but it's holding, it's okay. Wheels are okay for something so cheap. No brake discs and calipers, but whatever, for this price I wouldn't expect it. Exhaust is even more simplified than in Sparky, because there is no imitation of metal. Then mirrors. I would say those mirrors are worse than in Mini GT, and no windows there, and those are terrible. Look at this one. It's not nice at all, and interior, it's worse of all of those. I've seen Matchbox and Hot Wheels better than this, and there is no cage. Still, we should remember it cost around 10 euro, less than 10 euro. Acrylic lamps, wing, which is smaller than in in relation to size of the car, smaller than in Sparky, but it's still very decent cheap model. Now it's time for the not Mini GT but TSM model. It is of course licensed. That's the owner of Mini GT brand. It's 2012 Bentley Continental GT concept race car. It is very nice car. I got it relatively cheap. Of course, it's more expensive than Mini GT or Sparky, but for TSM models it was rather cheap. And this is a resin model, and the quality is much better than any of those we've seen already. Starting from base, you can see that's very solid base, 2 screws, and sadly, are you ready? Oh no. This is something I wouldn't expect in such model. Not this price range, not something pretending to be not just entry premium model, because it's more expensive than XO, it's more expensive than Mini Champs usually, and it shouldn't be such cheap. But about model, imitation of carbon fiber, something very important for me, towing eye there is look at those lights, acrylic with LED units clearly visible even in those small ones, and those are fitting very well. We have imitation of mesh everywhere, nice batch imitation of clips, and it's better than just decal. You know, it's maybe not as good as in some I showed you already with a photo etched metal one, but this is part of the casting, or however you call it, with resin model. And then look here, there is another eye in case of emergency, if you need to pull or tear something apart. There it is. Now wheels, again beautiful golden caliper and grooved brake discs, very nice wheels with a very interesting central piece, and that motif on wheels is very nice. GT3 Continental, British flag, number 7. Oh, there is Mobile one, and we know it's expensive because we can see not so cheap watchmaker. Exhaust, the best of those we've seen already. Again, carbon fiber, those elements like holes properly made. It's not just, you know, a little bit of paint uneven. No, it's very nicely done. Mirrors are mirrors. This is good as well, much better than in CCA, but we shouldn't be surprised. Diffuser, another towing eye, acrylic headlamps, nice wing, imitation of carbon fiber on the rear. On this side, again very nice, and I told you nice central pieces. Look, different colors on each side. Again, exhaust. We have cage inside. On the bottom you can see Bentley, just one seat because it is a racing car. Central line on steering wheel. Bentley, it's even, it's not cooked. What else? We can see fire extinguishers, some other details inside. Steering wheel with some details, we can see color. Behind it there are clocks or displays. Carbon fiber seat, and there is part of harness like that locking mechanism, but I don't see harness itself. So this is a little bit disappointing for such fantastic model, but other than that, that's definitely the most beautiful, and I love this white pearl color. It's just gorgeous. The thing is, the camera won't show it as nicely as it looks for my eyes. So this is all for this episode. Which one of those would be your favorite model? And I'm suspecting some of you will McLaren F1, but that video is coming soon, very soon, not like next one or next, but soon. So which one of those Bentleys would be your favorite, if you like Bentley? Because I know many people are not huge fan of Bentley. I can understand why. Still, I like it because it's more conservative. You know, some of those British brands went more modern, which is not bad. I won't blame them. But that more conservative, more anchored into past look is something I like. And by the way, this is end of the year. I will publish this video on last day of the year, December 31st. So my best wishes for all of you, your families, your friends, your animals, people you know. Be healthy. Be rich emotionally. Be rich when it comes to smile. Plenty of very nice surprises. The small ones, the medium ones, the big ones, the huge surprise. Making you just wondering what happened. I can't believe such huge, fantastic thing happened to me, and might happen as often as possible. If you have any issues, let they be very minor, just to have some contrast for all those good things happening around. And I hope that 2026 will be much better year for everyone. Enough of this craziness, etc. So that's all in this video. Thank you for everyone who spent at least some time with me in 2025. I appreciate it. I know my channel is not perfect, and I know my channel will never be perfect. I'm still learning, but I am who I am, and I'm happy with that. I accepted it. So happy 2026 and see you soon. Bye bye.